Hi everyone, this video is to give you tips to help you spruce up your home, town, city, castle, or whatever you decide to build. These are things I've learned after 30 plus hours of gameplay and still enjoying the game. I am very addicted. It's amazing how simplistic of a game it is, how intricate it can actually be. All you need is just your imagination. Yep, sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so we're going to start, and I always keep resorting back to the flowery biome just because it's just how pretty it looks. This is a new game, and I like how they have the pre-built structures here. It's actually a great idea. I like this a lot. So it just basically loads some random structures, so that way it just gives you ideas to help give you. But in this case, we are going to start fresh. Just so that way I can show you an example of what I do every build. We can put these down here. And we could probably just destroy these. Get rid of that. And also the pathway here. We could probably just get rid of these trees too. So that way we start fresh. Alright. Get rid of these as well. So just something simple. What we can do is, I know that starting out, when I first started out actually, most of these structures that I built were just like these right here, just squared and, you know, like little town here and there. But one thing that you can do is actually layer all these structures, so that way you just give it more of a 3D effect. Another quick tip that I've learned is that, for example, I always kept trying to color and format the structures to this type of theme right here. Let's do that for now, and then let's go say this right here. So instead of having to always rebuild the basics, see, and having to recolor it like that, etc., what we can do is actually select the square and then hover it over the build. When you left click, it's going to copy that same design. So hopefully that would save you countless times of having to repaint your structure and just go from there. But yeah, that's something I learned real quick. Another thing too is that with the roofs here, once you have the four cursors, the four as arrows, sorry, I can't talk. You left click, hold it down, and you can drag it to the left to cave in the collapse the roof, or to the right and expand the roof to the full right there. So you could actually have it in like this triangular shape, right? Or you just have it like this. So very quick, helpful tip to kind of give your village a little bit more depth. All right, so we'll just demolish these for now. So now, what I do before every build, I start with the landscape. Instead of having this big open flat land, which is nice at most times, you can actually, let's go say, we'll just randomize it. We'll just do, so this could be like the starting area. Here, we'll do this. Pathway, right? Going into like a little town. What we can do is we'll do this, like a little hill effect. Right, just like that for now. So I'm gonna keep it down like that. I'm not going to increase the size or anything just yet. And then we'll do a second layer. We'll follow it right here, so that way it could connect like so. Yeah, I'm just randomizing everything. Just kind of go with whatever I feel and then just go with it. Honestly, um, we'll probably leave a water source here, just like that, just for now. See how it feels. And then we could do a third layer. Just go from that right now. So starting from here, let's go remove the trees. I would highly recommend to remove the trees, just so that way you get to see what you're working with the land. Because sometimes if you're creating land around the trees, you might miss a spot, and then you're gonna have to redo the landscape. So I find that quite annoying. Just like so, and then we'll do this third layer could probably be where like the village elder stays. Like that. Alright, so now that we have the 3 layers here, hovering my mouse cursor over, we can extend this a little bit and kind of blend the land into, there you go, there's showing some, and again, I'm just left clicking it and then moving my mouse to the left or to the right. If you go to the left, you'll increase the clip size, and then if you're going to the right, it merges with the land a little bit more. Second layer, we'll increase it here, like that. The third one, we'll max it out. So that's the highest it can go. Make this a little bit higher. Boom. Just like that. Kind of like this little pond here, or lake. We get rid of it just for now. Maybe put like a little bit more. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. All right. So starting out here, we have the path going this way. Up here. Going to the main third layer. Alright, so now here's where the fun begins. So we can just probably do a quick entryway. So this right here, if you drag the fence across the ground like this, you'll have your normal fence, right? But if you drag it across a pathway here, you'll leave like an entranceway here. And what you can do is that you can hover your mouse over the fence and increase the size, or you can also hover it over the door frame here. That's not it. I can't get it. Right here, the door frame, and increase the size. You can go really high if you wanted to, or however short. So keep it like that. That way it looks proportion. And then again, just increase the fence if you wanted to. However you want. Get rid of this. Alright, so the next step, next thing we're gonna do is create some homes. Another thing that I do is wherever I feel, I'm just gonna place the structures here. So like so. Keep it like that. Keep going back to the same color. It's actually really nice. Create an additional home. Let's just say right here, and then probably do one right here. So we'll do 2 there. We could do 1 right here. So this bar right here will let you increase how tall the structure can be. And I would recommend, if you're going to place it down on the ground here, is just to bring it all the way down to the ground. So like that way it's leveled. And then we can do another one. This will be the main home right there. Kind of keep this right there too. Alright, so now continuing the build. Let's just go with maybe an entranceway. We can leave the fence here for now. Extend it like this, I guess. So now what we can do is make a fancy-ish entranceway. Maybe the build can be maybe somewhat close like this. So not all of it have to be like all square. We can just add certain like structures. We can always layer it too, just to make it look a lot more lively. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this here. I'm going to extend it out to make it seem like that is sitting on some stone. That's the foundation. Can do instead of keeping it like that, we'll leave it like it's stone. So now it looks exactly just like pure stone. Right? Leave it different from the actual build. Turn it like that, and then you can also add a secondary. One thing too that's really nice is that when you want to keep it right above it, it snaps. It automatically snaps. That's a good thing to have. We will change this to that. Keep it the same with the other side. So when you see this coming out, it means that this is not on top of the stone. So we want to keep bringing it down a little bit, so that way we have this right here to show that there's like some type of support. Okay, so now the reason why I kept the buildings or the roof facing in my direction is because I'm going to add this right here. Sweet. It's just enough to extend it like so. Almost the rooftops I want to combine. So we could do like that is fine. So now we have our own little entryway here, medieval style. Probably that's a lot better. There you go. Now it's almost combined with the rooftop here. And then the great thing about it is that you have like these little automatically built-in structures, so that way you see that it's like supported by some sort of beams to give it more decoration design. Probably extend this closer to meet the wall. Alright. Looking good. We can also put like maybe place a balcony. So I have to try to change it up a bit. Instead of all squares, we can put this here as a balcony. However high this is, we can lower this down to meet that length right there. So now if we want to get rid of the beams, all we have to do is just kind of slowly bring it in, so that way it shows now it's supported, and now there's a balcony. Right. There you go. And then on this side, maybe we can add an extra window-ish. Don't want to bring it out too much, so that way it shows that it's being supported. See, so just like that. That's simple enough. You don't want to make it all squared, so that way it looks a little bit more lively. And I really love how they can combine these structures into one another, so that way you can just keep creating layers and layers. So I'm going to show you an example of a tower. So instead of just having a simple tower like this, right? Which is not bad, still looks pretty nice. But if you want to give it more depth, we can minimize that. Add a second tower. See how it automatically snapped and then now it's layered. We can just use this to extend. So that way we can make the tower taller. And then we could shrink it so that way it looks like this is the base right here. Like so. Let's shrink it a little more. We can leave it like that too, which looks a lot better, and then it has a little bit more length, a little more height. So now, if we want to extend it further, I'm going to put it right above here, like that. Yeah, we can leave the beams if you wanted to, but let's go and just take that away. I'm going to line it up with the top here. Put the roof down. Alright, so now I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but it automatically snapped just like so. We could also keep it like this, which looks pretty nice, but what I want to do is bring this down like this. Actually, make it more. Actually, yeah, we can do that too. That actually looks pretty nice. Or if we want to make it seem like there's another tower at the top, we could just shrink it down. So now you see this right here from the top. It automatically snaps. We could go like that if we wanted to. And if you want to continue to extend it further, I'm gonna put this down like so, and look how it looks actually like a knight chess piece. I am going to change the top to this right here. So now there's like a little balcony-ish. Oh wait, there's more. We want to extend this further. So now, yep, like I mentioned earlier, I placed it on top of this type of structure, so it's going to copy that design. So, you know, we can leave it like that, actually. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Boom, look at that. Now it's a freaking watchtower or light tower, whatever you want. And we can just keep updating and updating. So that way it looks like that compared to just a tower. Oops. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Just to make it a little bit lively. Alright, so one thing I also wanted to show you guys was are the windows. I really like how they did this too. So you can have the square. Oh yeah, so the square could be right here, right? You can combine max 3, but you could also place it on the side here. Right there. I like how that looks. But if you have like a smaller right here, what we can do is combine it. Like so. So now it looks like it's a round type of window. I really like how that looks actually. Lower this down like so. Yeah, check that out. Keep that like that. So now what you can do is keep clicking on it. So that way, right there, boom. Now it looks like it's all fully combined. It's like a little flower bed. Same thing with this. You can keep clicking on it, so that way it changes the design. And then you obviously can move it around. What you can do is, if you want the clothes to, to lock in, the window adjacent to that will have to also have the clothes. Now it looks like there's people just hanging their clothes, just hanging up their underwear for everyone to see. Now for the other window, we could do the same. Oh, so if it's depending if there's like a foundation right up below the window, it's going to create like that design that popped up just there. And then it does change. You just gotta keep playing around with the type. So if I keep clicking on it like this, yep, that will pop up, etc., etc. Then combine that to make it 3 windows, which looks really nice in my opinion. Do that. Make a doorway so that way people can set that out. So now another trick I'm going to show you guys. With any window, you bring it up like this. You see how it creates those tiles there? Same thing with this. But what I love to do, or especially medieval castles, is this right here. Yep, look at that. You combine it with also 3 too, just like so. And then you can bring it up here like this to the top, or we can leave it like this, which gives it more depth, and I like that a lot. So now the entryway is looking a lot better compared to just boxes. So you just gotta play around with the build, honestly. Alright, so one of the other things I wanted to show you guys, you can obviously make lights. Placing it on the ground will make this beam here, and you can turn it however you want. Or you can place the light right on the wall. I'll create a wall light. I think it was just a recent update too that you can actually color the lights. Yep, so look how it looks. Looks really nice. Like that a lot. I'm gonna keep it that for now. You can also add a chimney if you want to, so that way it looks like there's someone living in it, you know, etc. So now another great idea that you can do is you can actually create flags here. So now you could also combine the flags. See how that's connected now? It's awesome. Okay, so now our entryway is looking a lot better. So now we want something to connect to the top here, right? So we can do a square. Bring it all the way down, so that way it could look like we could enter that way. Maybe extend it out a little bit more. So since it's kind of higher up like that, what we can probably do, let me create a walkway up here, just like that. So now if you want to create stairs, this is going to be pretty fun too. You have to have patience because it's very tedious to make the stair design that I'm about to show you right now. We could do like that, so that way it's not too long. And then we could combine 3 doors to make a double door like that. And the 3, like so. Maybe add a light source. So now for the stairs. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have multiple of these right here. We'll start, make it slowly, kind of bring it down. I always want to make it level to the ground, and then bring it out slowly like that, just like that. And then grab another, do the same exact thing, but obviously gonna be lower this time. Just like so. Perfect there. So now for the final, what we can do, let's go see if it matches. So we'll leave a walkway here. Boom. Yep. So I can tell this is gonna probably be too high. Keep it like that. just like that. There you go. Yep. So now we have our little pathway coming up here to the front door over here. And then if we want to create like the railings here, which we can do, is change the design to this right here. So now you see the railway here. Yep, I'm gonna extend it so we can see it there. All right, just liking that a lot. So again, it could just be very simple, and then the more you layer your structures, you can just mess around with the design. So we'll stop here for now, but I hope you enjoyed this and it gave you some tips on how to spruce up your structures. I'll definitely be playing this game a lot more, so I'll be creating more content in the future. But leave a comment if you want something different or any other tips. But yep, I would love to hear from you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.